Hey y'all. Okay, so I am going to do a quick little get ready with me. While I get ready, I'm going to take my daughter to the fair in a little bit. But I want to talk to y'all and share with y'all some of the products that I have been using. I talked to y'all a little bit about the brand Farmasi that I've been working with. Okay, they are a cosmetics and wellness brand. So I have been using their products for a little over a month now, and I really love a lot of the products. So I'm going to just create a full face with some of the products that I have. I don't have the entire line yet, but I want to share with y'all some of the products that I've used. I did go live maybe about 2 weeks ago and shared this amazing eyeshadow palette. So if you are somebody that loves colors or you are a neutrals girl, this is one of those palettes that allows you to explore both ends. And then I also have a few of their foundation samples, and I'm going to test this one out. And like I said, try to create a full face with some of the products that I have while I'm waiting for some of my orders to come in. So I want to share a little bit about the upcoming class that I'm going to be doing on November 8th from 4 to 6, and this is going to be in Raleigh. This is going to be in Raleigh at Asia B Studios. It's off Six Forks Road, and this is just going to be a opportunity for you to come and do a class with me. Maybe you have heard about my one-on-ones where we go to Ulta. This is an opportunity for you to actually come in, be seated, be served refreshments, and also learn from me in a group setting on how to apply your makeup properly and how to also, you know, do different things, elevate your look, right? Maybe it's put on lashes. Maybe it is do your blush. Maybe it is contouring, applying your concealer, filling in your brows. The things that you know every day you would love to be better at. Maybe applying your makeup more smoothly, right? So I'm going to show you different tools and tricks and techniques that I use. I like that color range. I'm going to show you different tools, techniques, and color ranges that I use that allow me to create a seamless base and also do my makeup from day to day, right? So I will wear makeup if I'm going to meet a client or if I'm going out with the girls. So I just want to make sure that I am applying makeup that looks fresh, right? That's not overly done, unless that's the look I'm going for. I'm gonna take this little sponge. So after I apply the base of the makeup, right? And I want to show you too, when I apply my makeup, make sure you bring your makeup down your neck, just so it doesn't look like a floating like a floating head. Bring your makeup down to your neck as well. I already did my brows, and I'm going to, like I said, just apply my makeup. I applied the foundation. Now I applied the concealer underneath, and I always do my foundation first and then my concealer after. You will see different people have different orders that they do their foundation in. I personally like to apply the concealer after because I want my under eye to be bright, right? And I want it to actually stand out. That is going to enforce that bright, awakened look, right? So that's that. You can apply it on your forehead as well. You can bring it down the bridge of your nose. And some people have discoloration here. I can apply it here just to brighten up, right? So now you see that's just the baseline. You also have contour. So I'm going to take the contour, cream contour, okay? And I'm going to suck in those cheeks, okay? And I always bring it from right here, right into the middle of my ear, and contour. Okay, right to that middle of the ear. So here. So when I suck in, it'll show me exactly where I had to stop, and I showed you where to start, okay? So contour is always cheekbones, right up under the cheekbones, right there, and then forehead. So I just do a small little arch. You can see it, it's darker, small little arch, connect it, okay? You can do the bridge of your nose if you like. Excuse me, you can do the sides of your nose if you like. Some people like to, again, create very chiseled features and slim out certain things. I just like it for the shadow aspect. I like depth on my face. I don't want my face to be one shade because we're not one shade. We have a lot of dimension. There's hyperpigmentation. So you want to just make sure it's even, but again, you have depth. So it looks like, okay, wow, I actually tried. I tried, and I also created something that looks different than just the traditional, okay, I put a little tinted moisturizer on, some chapstick, and I went out the door, right? There's a time and a place for everything. So because we're doing a more glam look, this is what I want to show you. So we have that foundation, then we did concealer, added my contour, blended those two together. Now I'm going to take my setting powder. This is a loose setting powder by Farmasi, and I'm going to take my little powder puff. Sorry, that's what it's called, a powder puff. And it has a little place that I can put my finger in and hold it while I'm applying. And I'm just gonna press. And you can do the bridge of your nose. You can do that forehead area. This is going to not only take away the shine, this is gonna smooth. So you can see that it smooths that area out. Same thing, I can do it down here, okay? All right. And now it's press. So you can let that sit for like a minute, okay? And then once I'm letting that sit, I'm gonna take my blush. So Farmasi has liquid blushes as well, or cream blushes, and they're gonna be in like little containers like this. So I'm still waiting for mine to come. So right now I'm just gonna use a liquid blush that I really like. It's called Dusty Pink. And I'm just gonna dot. Look at that, dot. And there are so many different blush shades that you can try, and like I said, we will try those during the class time. But what you'll see is like there's going to be peachy shades, there's going to be like more orange, there's going to be more pinks, there's going to be like rosy reds. Just depending on your skin tone, you will decide, okay, this is what the look I'm going for. And we'll also just test it out in real time, right? Because it is going to go back to your undertones. Are you more cool? Are you more warm? So you may be able to pull off, or excuse me, are you neutral, right? So you may be able to pull off those softer, cooler tones, right? Almost like pastel. And then if you're more on the warm side, then you may have to go for the darker oranges and peachy tones and reds. So I dust that off. And then I'm going to take my angled brush, okay? And then I'm going to smile. And also Farmasi has brushes. They have little trial size brushes. All right, so I'm taking this brush right here. This is my little angled brush, and I'm gonna smile and I'm gonna buff this out. And notice I'm just doing it. So again, I'm gonna show you what I did again. Took that contour, right? We went right up in here. Right up in here under those cheekbones, and then right here in the apples of my cheeks, the little fluffy part. That's where I apply my blush, right? So this is what you're looking for as far as dimension. So you got your forehead, we contoured that. We got your blush right up in the cheeks. We got the contour right up under it, okay? Smooth. Same thing here, we gotta blend it out. So take my little angled brush and blush. Now you can do it this way, or you can do the brush this way. I like to use mine where the smaller part of the brush is towards my mouth and the bigger part is towards my forehead. And I always bring my blush up in like a C shape. The reason why I do that is because if you bring it up, and again, it's all about placement. You want it to look cohesive. Like when I smile, I don't want it to look like I just smacked some blush on my cheeks. I want it to look very seamless, right? So this is just part one, because once we apply the blush, again, you can see it. You can see where I placed it. You can see the color popping very nicely. But again, I'll bring it up on the sides of my temples, right up in here, okay? I like how it's blended out very well. Then after I set up under my eyes, you notice I took my brush, right? And I just sweep the product away, right? Sweep the product away, okay? Then I'm going to spray. The reason why I'm spraying is because whatever I do in in a cream form, you always want to set it in a powder form, right? So if I use a cream foundation, I'm going to make sure I set on top with my, let me just go back. If I do a cream foundation in my cream concealer or a liquid concealer, I'm going to set everything with a powder. And I'm going to actually use the Farmasi. I'm going to use the Farmasi setting spray. And this is also used to, like I said, blend everything in. So I'm going to take my fluffy brush. Actually, I'm going to take the bottom of my sponge just because I want to, or the bottom of my powder puff. And I just want to blend these two little areas together so it's nice and seamless, okay? All right, and you see how this looks 1, 1, okay? So we got that. And then we can set it with a powder, right? So for this step, I'm going to take my setting powder, okay? And I'm going to take my fluffy brush, the fluffy side, and I'm just going to press. I'm going to do a little under the eyes, okay? I'll do a little on my forehead. And I won't need a lot. And just press, press, press. Press, 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 press. Press, 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 press. Okay. Just very little. A little bit of my powder. Take it. Set, like I said, set under the eyes. And this is basically adding color back to my skin. Right? Wherever we set the powder. Sometimes you get washed out. This is the finished look, right? But on top of that, I want to close it out and use my lipsticks. So Farmasi has some beautiful matte lip stains. I'm in love with them. I want to get the red shade that they have because right now I have their purple. It's called Tongue Tied, and then this nude color called Moneymaker. Listen, Moneymaker it has to be my favorite shade from them. Seriously, the nude is so gorgeous, and I just love it. So I am going to now take my liner. Line my lips, okay? Bring it all the way up. Now, some people say, okay, how do I know where to line? I always start from the corners of my lips. You can go to your Cupid's bow. Watch the placement. Cupid's bow, turn in. You see that little arch? Follow it. Arch, arch. Outside of the lip. Same thing at the bottom. Corner to corner. Okay? Always corner to corner. Don't leave any lip skin, guys. Get it. The very bottom, follow it. Okay? And then, Now, I want to also share with you, some people will say, V, how far in should I go? Oh, that's on my lip. Okay. How far in should I go? I like to cover a good amount. So maybe you can put the pencil there and about that thick. Yeah. Okay, so about this thick and about this thick, okay? So that's about the thickness that I apply it. And then I take my lip gloss. Look how pretty that color is, y'all. I just love it. I love it. Okay. All right. So this is their nude shade called Moneymaker. This is just a nice, casual, everyday. Like if you are just like a natural girl and you love nudes and you love just natural colors, this is going to be it, right? So I use the Farmasi foundation in the shade 20. I use the concealer. I then contoured, right? I added my own contour stick. And then I set under my eyes with my Farmasi setting powder. My brows I already filled in. My brows I already filled in. And then I just use a regular brow pencil. I'm going to show y'all, actually, I've been using this brow pencil that I really love. It's actually a brow pen. It's actually a brow pen. And I got this from Amazon. The reason why I love it, look at this. It has actual grooves where you can draw hair. So I take it literally and then do little brow strokes. But I love it. It's not only super pigmented, but it's waterproof. So this is what I use to set my brows. So once I finish my brows, they are set. I don't have to move. I don't have to worry about them moving. I don't have to worry about them wiping off, okay? Then last step. And you can do your eyes while you're doing your makeup. But again, for the sake of today's look, I just wanted something very clean, very natural. You can do this at the house, right? So because I already have my lashes on, you may just pop a strip lash on, right? Or you may just pop a half a lash on and then go out the door. Now, when it comes to eyeshadow, I'm not an eyeshadow wearer, but I will. So I want to just show you a quick little tip on how I would apply the eyeshadow. I'm going to take my little ring finger and let me apply this fuchsia. This is so pretty. Their colors are so bomb. Like I will wear anything. And I'm not even a person that will branch out with color on the eye, but because these colors are so like, they're so complimentary. Like you got to know your color scheme. So it's like, okay, do I look better in like jewel tones? Do I look better in like neutrals? Do I look better in like blues or greens? Like you got to know what colors complement your eye color and your skin tone, right? So it's trial and error. It's really trial and error. So I literally took that color, used my ring finger, applied it, and now all you see me doing is taking this fluffy brush and I'm just blending out the edges, okay? Just like that. All right, just like that. Same thing. I'm going to take this and apply the same thing just on my lid. Notice that's where I'm placing it. Literally taking my ring finger, taking what's left and pressing it on my lid. You can also do a swiping motion so you make sure you're covering the whole thing. Make sure I get the very front, okay? And same thing here. There we go. All right, same thing again. Take my fluffy brush, blend out the edges, and voila. Something that simple. You don't have to go too crazy. The colors are so pigmented. Like I said, the colors are so pigmented. They have so many different shades to choose from. This is their 75th eyeshadow palette, like an anniversary palette. And the colors, again, you have, if you are a purple girly, they have so many different shades of purple, right? So many different shades of purple. You got your golds, and I mean like copper, right? You have some rose golds in here. You have your regular metallic gold. You have some shimmery champagne colors up here. This one is like a pewter, almost like a grayish silver. You have black, right? The black is very pigmented. You have some browns, right? If you want to create a nice brown smoky eye, like different shades of brown. So you got your auburn, you got your deep brown, and then you got your black. So when I say they thought of everything in this palette, yeah, chef's kiss. So this is definitely one you want to purchase. But if you have any questions for me, this is how I completed the whole look. I use very minimal products. Like I said, I had my foundation, had my concealer, use my setting powder, use my contour, then I use my Farmasi spray to blend everything together. Notice the whole look I really just did with a brush to blend all the foundation. I used this under the eye to blend out my concealer. Then I used it again to use my setting powder. I sprayed the entire face. Then I used my blush, blend all that together. All right. And then sprayed everything again. Use my actual color to set everything, like to lock everything in and add that color back. Then I added my liner, and then I added my Farmasi lip gloss in the shade Moneymaker. So, again, love it. Love how it turned out. And like I said, the eyeshadow is optional. Maybe you're just hopping on a Zoom call, or you are just going on a sporting event or interview and you want something classic, you can skip the eyeshadow. But the face, yeah. If you have any questions, again, I would love to see y'all at the event. Again, this is a simple, quick face, right? Whether you're going to a sporting event, if you have an interview, you can maybe skip the eyeshadow, or you can wear the eyeshadow depending on where you're going to work at, right? But I want you to have fun. Makeup is about having fun. I really, really, really want you to see your face in the building on November 8th, Saturday, November 8th from 4 to 6. Again, this is a group class, right? You're going to still get one-on-one guided instruction from me, right? I'll be able to walk around. I'll be able to meet everybody. I'll be able to answer your questions. You'll be able to bring your makeup, right? And actually ask questions in real time and take notes. Take notes, have fun, make some new friends, but most importantly, elevate your makeup routine. 2025, I'm going into 2026. We're not still winging it, right? You want to look good, you want to feel good, and that is about having the proper tools so your skin can look flawless, right? And so you can feel great in your skin. And I want you to push the boundaries, try some color, right? Get yourself out there, elevate your makeup kit, add some things that you don't have, whether that's concealer, whether that is primer, whether that is a new lip color, right? Try some new things. So again, I'm going to share the ticket link, and I hope to see your face on November 8th. And I love y'all, and talk to you soon.